the country that you're boxing for allowing you to do that, and not everybody does. And that's why the IBA Pro category has been created for this competition. The idea to get as many people here as possible, keep that door open to as many contenders as possible.
Round one.
So here we go, Abudabaat of Palestine in the red, Likalu from the Democratic Republic of Congo, made his way to the UK, now boxes out of Luxembourg. He's in the blue. Good right hand to the body there from Likalu. Good crunching straight right hand as well. He's come out of the blocks very quick here, Likalu, and this is what he's about. He's a good physical fighter. He likes to get onto the inside and let those hands go. And that's why he's been used by IBA Pro on a couple of cards, because he will bring it, he will travel and he will bring it. Thumping that right hand into the body. Abudabaat just trying to respond. That's a nice combination. Goes down to the body and then up to the head, and Abudabaat is just trying to pick up the pace and go with Likalu here, because you can't afford to just give the first round away in these 3-round fights. And if somebody makes a quick start, you've got to just try and rev up and get with them as quick as you can. Good left hand there from Likalu. He turned on the ropes really, really well. And Abudabaat was just caught standing a bit tall, and he pinned him with a solid left hand. And I think there's a bit of damage to Likalu around the right eye, or the right hand side of the nose maybe. We'll get a better look when he turns around. I can't really see where the cut or abrasion or whatever it is actually is. Maybe it's just a little bit of blood out the end of the nose. It doesn't look serious. When Likalu just straight back into it, and these are just setting their feet and letting their hands go, just ripping in with massive hooks, uppercuts. He turns southpaw, Likalu. He's still got a minute remaining in the round. Abudabaat just managing to turn Likalu, but then just found that he'd shut off his own space a little bit. He was on top of his man a bit too close. And he's giving the standing count here, the referee. It was a good solid left-hander thing that landed there from Likalu, but you can look at Abudabaat there. He's not impressed by this at all, just demonstrating that he's got absolutely perfect balance. It was a strong enough shot, but it didn't really, for me, elicit too much of a reaction, and I can understand why Abudabaat isn't best pleased about that. But as we discussed previously, a standing count is something that the referee decides to give. It doesn't necessarily influence the way that judges will score a round. There's no requirement for them to score a round 10-8, for example, as there is in the pros. If somebody inflicts a count on the opposition, it's all about interpreting dominance. And that was a round, I think, that Likalu did dominate. I wouldn't necessarily say to the tune of a 10-8, but maybe some of the judges might think differently on that score. Ten nines across the board, and I would say that was fair.
Seconds out.
The great and the good of the IBA.
Round two.
Sat in the VIP seats just over my right shoulder. Abudabaat is trying to go with Likalu here. He's just finding it a difficult thing to do. He gets a little bit low there, Likalu. The method is good because he's a strong fighter. Actually quite small for a middleweight, really, when you look at him. He turns southpaw there, but he's got good core strength because there's a lot of lateral movement employed in what he does. He doesn't throw too many straight punches, although he does throw some, but gets good torque, good rotation into all of those hooks. And a gum shield has come out. Whose is that? It's Abudabaat's. Abudabaat just having a little bit more success in the last 30 seconds in that he's getting on top of Likalu and just managing to force him back a little bit. He's not landing anything particularly clean, but just the dynamic of it has changed slightly. The Palestinian just looking physically maybe the stronger of the two now, just for this spell anyway. Likalu's put a lot into this so far. And these two just trading off at close quarters. And you look at Likalu there, just looking over the shoulder of his opponent. And as I say, a lot of effort has gone into this. And Abudabaat needs to finish this round strong. If he can finish this round strong, he can win this round. And then it's all set up for the third and final round. But he's got to get it done in this second round here, Abudabaat. This is it for him now. He can't afford to go into round 3, 2 points down on 3 or more of the judges' scorecards. He's got to win this round with 3 judges to keep it alive. And I'm not sure he's quite done enough. So there goes the bell at the end of round 2. It's been a good fight to watch this right from the beginning. Likalu started strong. Abudabaat, as I said, just needed to try and go with him. Has done his best to go with him. In the second half of that round, I think was having the better of it. There's just that little nick that I think occurred in the opening round that hasn't proved to be a problem. We'll have to wait and see what scores we get, because with Abudabaat down with all 5 judges after the first round, 10-9s all around, he needs to win this second round with 3 judges. That keeps it alive, because then he'll have 3 drawn cards, and if he can win the final round with those 3, then he can win the fight. But he needs at least 3 of these scores.
Seconds out.
Okay, so the bell just about to go for the start of round 3.
Third and final round.
And what have we got? So Likalu is up by a couple of rounds with 2 of the judges, so he did enough. He did enough in that round, Abudabaat. He did exactly what we've been outlining, and he's given himself a chance here, because 3 of those cards are poised at 19 apiece. He got that second round with 3 judges, and that is absolutely crucial, because if he can turn those 3 19-19s into 29-28s, then he wins the fight. Getting that 3rd card in that second round in that scenario is absolutely critical. Otherwise, you're down by 2 rounds, you're down 20 points to 18 with 3 judges, with the majority, and you've got a massive problem. So he's got a chance here, Abudabaat, a big chance, and this might well just come down to who can dig deepest here. Likalu put a lot into the first round. He put plenty into that second round, and Abudabaat, I think, it's just got the wind in his sails a little bit here, but these two have really got to dig in now. I think they'll both just appreciate a little bit of rest there, to be honest. But they've got to go. Both of these two have got to go. They've got to pour it all out here. And they're both pretty weary. A bit of a laboured looking 1-2 there from Likalu. Abudabaat just creeping in. He's got to let his hands go. He can't get to that position and do nothing. We're in for a great finish here, midway through round 3. Left to the body there from Likalu was decent. Abudabaat wears the right hand. The gum shield has come out. They're trading on the inside. It's great stuff. So who's got more left? It could be that simple. I think Likalu's done a bit more in this round so far. But they just set their feet and are swinging at each other here. .40-odd seconds to go. Likalu just pitches in with a lead right hand and then just looks to tie his man up a little bit. Abudabaat has got to just shrug him free because he's got the more to do heading into this final round, and if anything, I think I would probably just shade Likalu so far in this third and final 3 minutes, and these two punch themselves to a standstill almost. I don't think they've really got an awful lot left, either one of them. Right hand there from Likalu, who in this final round has just picked his punches a little bit better. Left hand on the inside there got through. And the bell has gone in the other ring, and they thought it was here. Final few seconds. Good right hand again there from Likalu, and he's had a good round here. He's dug in, but he's also kept that technique together. That was a terrific fight to watch. Tremendous fight to watch. And as we know, it was 20 points to 18 with 2 judges in favour of Likalu going into that final round. The other cards were poised at 19 apiece, so Abudabaat would need to convert all of those drawn cards into wins. Likalu needs just one of them, and from where I'm sitting, that was a Likalu round. It was tremendous stuff, though. Tremendous stuff right from the start. Abudabaat really came back into it in the second round, just did enough to keep it alive for that third and final round, and it was all about will and desire at that point, and also technique, because when you're tied, that counts for so much, and Likalu just held his together a little bit more, I thought, but we'll have to wait for the judges.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards where we have a split decision in favor of your winner. In the blue corner, representing IBA Pro, Michael Likalu.
So he gets it 4-1. He gets it 4-1. So he needed those 3 cards, Abudabaat. He got one of them, and that's a fair shake from the judges. Likalu did enough in that final round, I thought. But that was tremendous to watch. Really, really good to watch. Between 2 fighters I'm not familiar with in the amateur ranks. Likalu I've seen plenty as a pro, but very little amateur background. Abudabaat 4-0 as a pro, not much recent international amateur experience. I think we will now have a couple of walkovers to